Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking to Rodney Cates, Director of Rockingham County Emergency Services. It's September, National Preparedness Month, so I know that's one thing you wanted to talk about. Rodney, hey, how are you?
Good morning, Mike. How are you? Good to hear from you.
Always good to have you on the program, and we're looking at Tropical Storm Lee. Could be a major hurricane by tomorrow. That's one thing that's out there in the tropics. But you have some other things you wanted to cover as well.
Yeah, but that's a great segue into our main point. September is National Preparedness Month, and certainly North Carolina is participating in that, as well as Rockingham County. So with National Preparedness Month and the tropical storm that's out there, and you're exactly correct, they are forecasting it to become a major hurricane, and it's still so far out, we have no idea what it's going to do. Hopefully it doesn't make any landfall and doesn't impact any mainland for the United States. But this is the opportunity exists now for us to prepare for any type of emergency, and that's what National Preparedness Month is all about. It's about preparing now for natural or man-made disasters, weather events, anything that could happen. We're urged as citizens to look at our emergency plans for our family, practice those plans, make sure that all of our family members are familiar with those plans. Generators that we may have at our homes, have we started those recently? Are they operational? Are they ready to provide power? Do we know how to safely connect those? So National Preparedness Month, it's early in the season, but it gives us an opportunity to make sure that everything that we have is ready to make our families and ourselves as safe as we can during any type of emergency situation.
Sure, yeah, because that can happen any time. As we know, we had a fire in Mayodan yesterday, natural disasters and airplanes falling out of the sky. We've had some of those lately, and, just unexpected things. And as we look at September National Preparedness Month, I know I'm always, and you mentioned it just now, I'm always impressed when you say how you check your equipment and just go through all of that on a regular basis, particularly generators. If maybe we haven't used that since last winter, maybe to make sure that's in good shape, because you check all of that on a regular basis with your team.
We do. In the summer months, we check it every 2 weeks. We have a checklist that we go down, and every piece of equipment that we have, small generators, the large generators, our UTVs, the generators that power our buildings and our emergency operations center, all of that stuff is, some of it is programmed to do weekly checks, but that which does not have a weekly check, we go around, and things that have to be physically started or maintained, we go so far as to check air pressure in tires, because if we need a trailer, we need to move our UTV and it has a flat tire on it, certainly it's not doing us any good. So we really try to stay up to speed on that and make sure everything is operational, and we have numerous maintenance contracts on all of our stuff, preventive maintenance, that our vendors come out and also ensure the readiness of all this equipment. So that's a huge part of emergency mitigation on our behalf, is if a citizen needs us or the county needs us in any way, that we have all of our equipment ready to respond at any given moment.
Always prepared for whatever may happen. Let's mention again, and I was just telling someone about this the other day, that that website here in our state that's so important too, that we've talked about from time to time.
Right, it's NC Ready. NC Ready is a web page that's put out by the North Carolina Emergency Management. It has multiple links on there that talk about preparedness and travel plans and roadway construction, anything that someone could encounter as they travel or as they plan to make any plans for the summer or any time as we end the summer, how they can mitigate any emergency or just be prepared for anything that could come up. And there are multiple links on that page that can answer probably any question that a citizen may have about emergency preparedness.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's always good to have that close by to get you prepared for anything. And you have something coming up in this month I think you wanted to mention as well, Rodney.
Yes, speaking of prepared, we have a gentleman that works for us, our Assistant Fire Marshal, Jeremy Shelton. He is being recognized on September the 21st by the American Red Cross. It's called the Salute to Heroes. He was actually nominated by our Fire Marshal, Melissa Joyce, for going above and beyond. And the Salute to Heroes is an event that the American Red Cross, serving this chapter of the Greensboro, Rockingham, Guilford County, Forsyth County area. They go out and they seek individuals who deserve special recognition in their community for demonstrating courage, life-saving events, or doing humanitarian service to others. And Jeremy certainly exemplifies all of that. So she submitted his name, Melissa did, and he was nominated to receive this award. So Thursday night, September the 21st, members from our county will go down to Greensboro to a special dinner to honor him, and we're just proud to have Jeremy as part of our team, and he does so many things. And I actually went back and looked at the nomination letter that Melissa prepared for him, and she talks about the programs that he has helped put in place, which were the installation of smoke alarms for the deaf and hard of hearing. These alarms actually have a strobe light, and they vibrate, and they actually vibrate a bed. So if a deaf or hard of hearing person were in a bed and a smoke alarm activated, it actually vibrates the bed so that they know that something's going on to get up. So certainly a life-saving effort that he has done there. He's worked to secure some of these alarms and through some funding programs and grant programs. Worked very hard to install carbon monoxide detectors in homes. He's even talked about getting calls from people that know him in the middle of the night whose smoke alarms or batteries may be going dead, and they have that chirping sound, and Jeremy will get up in the middle of the night and go to these homes and secure that problem for those people. He is dedicated way more than we can sit here and talk about today, so he certainly is deserving for this Salute to Heroes, as many other people we have are, but we're certainly proud of Jeremy for receiving this award and proud of Melissa for nominating him, and we're proud to go and be able to enjoy this wonderful night with him.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you for sharing that good news about Jeremy Shelton. Thank you, Jeremy. As you said, going above and beyond what he needs to do in so many different ways. So that's great, Jeremy Shelton. And I'm sure there'll be a news release or something. I'll talk to Melissa about that, or Rebecca with the county, and make sure that we promote that a little bit more.
All right, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, and speaking of Melissa, our county fire marshal, she was at the Stoneville Town Council meeting last night, along with Joel from the Joel Freeman, Stoneville fire chief, and they recognized 6 first responders for what Melissa called a true fire life save. And this goes back to July 1st, when they put their own lives in danger and saved a woman on the second floor of a burning residence on US 220 Business there just outside of Stoneville. So I wanted to mention again Brian Slaughter, Craig Robertson, Roy Stewart, Christopher Hall, Brandon Rivera, and Mike Mitchell. They all received special recognition and awards at last night's Stoneville Town Council meeting. When you hear these kind of stories, it kind of gives me chill bumps, Rodney.
And I agree, Mike, and I've been in this business for 32 years, and it does me as well. And we are very, very fortunate in this county, and many other counties have it too, but we're so fortunate in this county to have a group of responders, public safety responders in all aspects, from EMS, 911, fire departments, rescue squads, that come out and are selfless in their acts. They put the needs of others above their own needs and their own safety, and they go in and make these rescues and mitigate emergency situations for people, and help as a team mitigate emergency situations. And certainly we've seen that with some tragic events we've had in the last week or so.
Yeah.
What a great responder community we have that comes together and pools all resources and talents and ideas, and that's what mitigates these emergency situations in the most positive manner possible for the citizens of our county.
Yeah. Well, key word there is team effort for sure, isn't it, countywide?
It is. Emergencies are mitigated by team efforts. Where nobody's a hero or is a Superman and wears a cape. We're all heroes in our collective groups. When we come together and work as a group, it makes us able to do heroic things for the citizens of this county, and certainly our response team throughout the county is made up of numerous heroes.
That's exactly right. Thank you, everyone. Anything else before we wrap up, Rodney?
No, we're good. Always great to talk to you, and great
here.
to see the wonderful efforts of our county and the responders of our county. And we're ready for whatever Mother Nature throws at us with this storm, and hopefully it'll be nothing. But if it is, we'll be ready to mitigate that as well.
Be prepared. Okay. Thank you, Rodney. We'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
That's Rodney Cates. He is Director of Rockingham County Emergency Services, overseeing that 911 team there in Wentworth as well. You can go to their Facebook page, Rockingham County Emergency Services, and keep right up to the minute on what's happening in that department. And thank you, everyone.